Hello and welcome back to Middle-earth and another episode of our 4th Age Total War Dwarves campaign. And here we are at the Assault of Anghal. This is one of the larger larger Dunlanding settlements left. They only have 3. This is one of those. And we are taking the walls here. So what we did was sort of your classic misdirection for the AI. We left most of our siege equipment right out in front of the front gate, moved one siege tower over here, which had a pretty safe approach. Brought a unit of shield breakers up, captured the towers over here, and then sent in all my Durin's Guard kind of in this direction. So what we're going to do is essentially march up to the center of the settlement here. We did manage to get the captain already. That unit of shield breakers stopped them in their tracks, and the captain was a unit of Dunlanding horsemen. So the unit that Dunland loves the most. Not too great in city battles, as it turns out. So we're going to just speed up the time here while our guys all get in position. We've captured the important towers. This one probably won't hit us, but maybe it will, so we'll get over here anyway. I could probably take that with just the shield breakers anyway. So this is all a bit overkill. Dunlandish axemen are going to probably get a couple of kills on us, but these shield breakers are really tough little guys. Great shields, so that's good for deflecting missiles, but javelins are always a concern in this mod because they can be very powerful. And of course the horsemen have javelins too. So actually, let's do that. Yeah. And I just remembered that this tortoise formation is good against missiles. So we're going to keep them in that, hopefully. And we're just going to march straight forward, and we're just going to see what we can do. See if they will do any damage to us. It's a pretty solid wall there. There's some gaps over here. But so far, no losses. And I'm just going to have them march straight through the formation. Yeah, keep going. It's a very slow. This is very cool. A very slow formation to adjust its direction and things like that. But extremely powerful. And you know, I never use it. But recently I watched some videos by Volund, I believe it is, who talked in great detail about the Rome Total War formations, as opposed to some of the newer formations, how they work in the more modern Total War games. He talked about Testudo in particular in Rome, and just how nicely it worked, how effective it was, and yet there were disadvantages to it. Like if you started to take some of these guys out, there would be problems. There'd be less coverage, and so they'd take more losses. So now we're starting to fight. We approached with 0 losses, and we're cutting down the horses. Very cool stuff. What would have been neat is if I had another unit of these guys not in the tortoise formation, just to see how much it did protect them, or how much their shields were really doing the work there. So, I mean, their defense is 47. The shield block is giving them 9 of that. Armor and toughness 25. I don't remember how all of this interacts with missile weapons, but I believe that parry or dodge does not have anything to do with negating missile attack. I think you're just looking at the shield block in particular, and potentially armor / toughness. So we have taken some losses now that we're in more of a big melee, I guess. I'm not sure exactly who that's from, the Cav or the Axemen, but I think we'll be fine here. That's all the Cav gone, and we'll gradually grind these guys down. And if nothing else, we got some bodyguards coming So, pretty straightforward siege. I didn't want to bother showing the entire thing, just in the interest of time. So, we lost 5 dwarves here, all from that shield breaker unit. But that's Anghal for us.
We shall rule. Settlement captured.
Okay, so they've been training like crazy out of this. So we'll just occupy. No sense in exterminating the 22 units that are here. But not too bad in terms of public order. We can get rid of these mustering fields, the trials of blood. Don't need the policy building either. And the execution square does nothing for us. We'll keep probably everything else. City development, although I need to build my own. But this is what Dunland could make. Hall of Feasts we'll keep. That allows us to train a rogue in addition to the scout, which is from the market here. So everything else looks good. Of course, we're going to need to build our own Dominion building. I'm a little concerned, though. So Raycost, when we took it over, we're looking at 60% public order here. So this is not very good. And again, I'm trying to remember exactly what we did with this. When we took it last time. Did it rebel? Was it just something we were not able to hold? We may have had to withdraw to protect Tham. So I'm not 100% sure what we did there, but it is proving very rebellious currently. Our capital is Oldford, and that's right around the middle. I don't want to be moving this too much, because then we'll have problems like here and in the west. Well, those are fairly happy, but Oldford is a nice central location, and so I'm kind of hesitant to move it. In any case, Anghal is taken, but let's hold off on the Homeland Dominion, at least until we figure out what's going to happen with Raycost, if we're going to be able to hold it or we're going to have to do something else. Now, we do have to keep an eye on Tharbad because they've got stacks and stacks of armies that are just doing nothing at the moment. They're nominally at war with the Dunabar, but have made 0 moves towards Bree, even though it is incredibly underdefended. And they've got armies just all over the place. It's sickening. All these Tharbad guys just hanging out. Ballistas as well. I don't know what they're waiting for. They're probably just waiting to attack me. And I just made it a little more tempting for them with this settlement here. In any case, let's see if Dunland has any more demands. Oh, that's right, because this was the turn when I asked them for overlordship and they declined. Okay. I think everything else is settled. We've got our troops moving down from the north, and we have we've done everything we can do around here, or everything that I want to do. Okay, just checking for signs of unrest or you lost your general news, because Raycost is still quite unhappy. 65 is a little better, but there's still a chance of a rebellion and we could lose this governor. That's somewhat less of a concern now that I have 2 family members here and a 3rd on the way from the northwest. So I think I'd like to keep them here, although is he potentially causing some of this unrest? He is inept. Yeah, okay. He's the problem. Alright, now the garrison is providing 80%, as I would imagine. The population is large enough that we're probably going to need to keep a lot of those guys there. There was also a largish stack that was aimed at Raycost, but I don't see it anymore. I think it was that one. Okay. We'll go with that. Repaired all of this stuff, and we are going to work on Provincial Pacification. Alright, yeah, Harad is most advanced. Yeah, no kidding. They own a ton, and they are just... I mean, Gondor is basically reduced to 3 settlements at this point. They don't have Lamadon anymore. They've got the Morthon Vale, they've got West Gondor, and they've got this fort, and Arendal as well. So it's... and Harad has Aldburg. So it's likely that at some point I'm going to border Harad. I am allied with Rohan, and Rohan is at war with Harad, which is great. So that's just going to keep them busy. So that's interesting. That may be a concern at some point. Not yet, though. Currently, we are going to do our best to get Dunland to submit. Now, the population here is so small. And that unrest is going down quite a bit because we got rid of a spy that was in here. He's quite a good spy, though. So if he comes back, we're probably not going to be able to stop him very effectively. So let's see just what we can get away with in terms of public order. Oh, quite a lot. Better than I expected. Okay, so with basically all of the dwarves out of here, this is much better than I expected. Okay, what do we want with us? We want some cav just to chase things. I really would like archers. Let's see if we can take both of those. They are the cheaper, most cost-effective garrison units. But I do like them. May as well merge these mercenaries together and let's see, hireling Dunlandings. How many come in a unit of that? 50. Okay, so what we can do is let's see, do that. Send these guys back for retraining at probably here, because Dunkirk just does not have the population. Trained it down pretty good. So here we're going to have to go with the way station in order to get that. So we'll get moving. Bring those guys back in this direction. But I do need bodies at this point, because if we're going to get Dunland to submit, it's going to require them to see us as a significant threat. And in order to do that, we have to actually have sizable armies relative to their own forces. So what I'm going to do is let's grab the Merc unit here, and we're going to get them outside of Dunfada. We're going to send these guys over here towards Limfalis. You'll besiege that. You'll besiege that. And we'll see how that can work. Okay, again, Anghal, we're going to hold off on integrating that into our realm for a little while. And over here, we're just going to wait. Okay, now, in order for us to make most use of this, okay, we do have ports, which is very nice. But we are going to want to get to this major province level at some point. He is, let's see, he's not even the Lord of Fennis Rim. But I think he's giving us some benefits in terms of discounts. Possibly. Or possibly it's all the construction buildings we've done. So I'm thinking about going into debt a little bit to get the major province started, because I would like to, get a specialization building going in here, potentially to build boats. Partly because this island is a nice trade settlement, would be an easy one to grab, and partly just for the speed of ferrying troops back and forth. So far, no threatening moves from Rovanian, so that's all very good, and it looks like these guys are heading back down south. Now, in terms of our northern army, I am kind of thinking that it might be better to send them east and then south rather than south through all of this. But first, I do want to check mercenaries. Get you guys all together. We've got 2 units, so 3 units of axe throwers, 1 unit of axemen, and this siege weapon. I don't want to wait 2 turns. Let's go with... Yeah, let's go with another unit of axe throwers. So, and we'll get the family member down here to see what mercs are available, and then hopefully Barra's Doom will grow by the time we pass by it to maybe get another unit of axes out of there. Okay, we're mostly sitting tight here. Now, Fennis Rim is so happy with me that I'm kind of thinking we could leave it and use these forces better somewhere else, because now Fennis Rim, okay, Fennis Rim does technically border Erebos, but I think we can keep an eye on that. Rovanian is at war with Dorwinian. They're allied with North Rune, with the Elves, and with the Bjornings, which makes them kind of a problem for me. As soon as Dorwinian falls, or as soon as Dorwinian gets out of their reach, which may happen, they're going to come for me. But I think we'll have to worry about that later. But so let's take this army, and what I want to do that I think is send it. Let's see, do I want to send it north or south? We could go for Thordram, but let's actually bring it down south, I think, and start seeing if we can get Rune kind of surrounded. We've got a lot of troops between Fennis Rim and Tham that might be able to besiege both of these settlements, and then if we can time it right, bring this army north to Thordram and the next one to that. That might be good. Let's get these guys out of here, and we can at least see... Oh, that's right. He was in here because it's very unhappy without him. Okay, we'll leave him there for now. End the turn. Alright, Belligant has managed to hold out, but Garth has fallen. This was owned by Dorwinian, but no longer. Now, Rovanian does still share a border with Dorwinian here, so they could come after the fort of Karnan, and then Eodor, and then someone gets Belligant, and that's it for Dorwinian. Now, I could stop that. I could potentially step in there. But I'm trading with North Rune. I think I'm trading with Rovanian as well. We did lose a noble out of Hollowbold, and that means we need to build something. So we'll go for just the cheapest thing, and that is a unit of archers. Wow, 2 more comings of age. Oh, great. Oldford and Dunhold. Awesome. What else? That's about it. This is the Lordship of the Eastland Strand. Oh, shoot. I should have taken him out. Well, doesn't matter. Alright, so we went into debt. Let's see about mercenaries first. And there is a unit of Longwomen. What about over here? I guess it's the same mercenary pool. I'd love to bring him down here and grab some more, but I think I need to get moving over towards the east of the map. And I think this should be good. We've got 3 units of axemen coming, so I think we'll be able to handle what Rune has up here. Alright, Anghall again. Let's hold off. Okay, so Dunland did not take the fight to me anywhere. We've got their 2 settlements. Just going to build 1 ram on the off chance that I might want to assault. But Dunland, I'm not sure if they have any emissaries, which is a little annoying because what that means is I'll have to end the siege if I want to engage with diplomacy. So let's just do that. But we'll just keep them bottled up for a while. Maybe they'll send an emissary to us when it gets close to one of those timing out. And we'll just go to the point where they determine to either engage with us or we will lift the siege and engage with them. This army's just standing outside. But at any rate, I think this is a good point for us to call it an episode, folks. And thank you very much for watching, as always, and I hope you'll join me in the next one. Take care, everybody.